Hi everyone, Swapxy here. Welcome to my channel. Today I have a new kind of video for you, something a lot of people ask me to do. It's a solo shuffle commentary video, and I will try to give you some insight on what I'm thinking and what's my game plan as I play. So I'm playing my Elemental in a high-rated lobby, and I'm also trying to get the #1 spot in this round. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So usually when the gates open, the first thing I'm always looking to do is just get my Earth Grab out and root as many targets as I can. Just to keep people in place and root them and prevent them from pushing into you. And then you want to get your Fire Elemental, get your Flame Shocks out, and you're just turreting Lava Bursts. So, and in between your Earth Shocks and your Lava Burst, you kind of want to weave in your Greater Purge as well, kind of as part of your damage rotation. Healing Stream 2 if possible. So now I noticed the Warlock used his CS and his Reflect, so I just go for Sneaky Little Hex, get Trinket out of the way. And yeah, a lot of portals, Infernal on me. The red wing's already over, but I still use my wall just to respect the cooldowns. And yeah, just maintain your Flame Shocks on all targets. Use these Lava Bursts, and what I'm trying to do here basically is just I'm trying to avoid damage. Just trying to do damage and avoid damage at the same time. Like the Devastation Evoker is gonna do, as you can see on details, very high damage. And we should slowly pull ahead on mana or cooldowns, one of those two. Taking a lot of damage here, nice rescue. Sadly I did a little bit of a bad burrow, but that can happen. Right now I have 0 Flame Shocks though. It's really bad for tempo, but get 2 here, nice Fear. Fear into Hex for some pressure. The healer is CC'd. So Elemental is not just all about damage, it's also about CC. Getting those hexes, getting those roots and knocks and preventing people from playing. So right now I'm just kiting back, trying to not make myself a target. The Warlock used a lot of rifts there, so I'm the prime kill target with all those rifts committed to me. Fortunately the red decided to go on the dragon. Get wall here. Mana is about equal. Just using my tools here, my Thunderstorm, get away a little bit, Wind Shear the Warlock. I'm not sure if this time stop is good, but it's whatever. So far the game is still 50-50, can go both ways. Got a Hex here on the stun, unfortunately it broke. The red popped the second Crusade here, forces the druids CDs immediately. And yeah, at this point, to be honest, this round is like not going that good. Well, now it's going good, because we forced Bubble, and we also forced the Spell Bomb earlier. Kinda the dragon did that all on his own, I would say. So now we have a clear win condition. We can kill the red. Looks like the druid is doing a very good job healing compared to the priest. The priest is struggling very hard. And yeah, even though the priest has a big mana advantage, he just couldn't keep up now with the pressure. I think that might have been the second Dragon Rage or something. Or maybe just some random procs from the dragon, I'm not sure. So one thing I always do when I play these high-rated lobbies, I always try to type some normal message in the chat. Just like a game plan idea. Like I really wanted to win this lobby, so I'm just typing in the chat what the game plan should be. So I told them, focus the Warlock and I will try hex the dragon on CD. The dragon can only dispel. The dragon is the only one that can dispel curse once a minute with the red spell. But he cannot dispel himself, obviously. So full pop here on the druid. I'm just running away from the Warlock and trying to not be a target. Got a full hex here. Trinketed, that's really good. Get Trinket out of the way. Trying to kick him on the Dragon Rage. Knock him line of sight so he cannot attack freely what he wants to attack. He's turreting on the red though, but at least at least he doesn't have the options. Make sure you use the Wind Shear consistently. This was a really nice bash here. Bash into clone, even though the Warlock had CS. I'm not sure why he didn't do it, but maybe he didn't notice. So this is insane. If you can CC a dragon on his pop, that's really powerful. Because you might not know this about Dragon Rage, but basically the more spells you cast during Dragon Rage, the more damage you will do after and during. It's like a compounding effect or whatever. It's like the more buttons you press, the more dangerous you're gonna be for like 30 seconds after. So it's really nice to get the dragon in CC during his pop, or even just at any point of the game, obviously. So I'm mainly just doing like basic stuff, keeping my flame shocks up, trying to contribute damage to the red's focus target. Use my Greater Purge on CD, try to get some Shroud stacks here, didn't get any though, unfortunately. Want to hex the dragon badly, that's why I'm trying to Greater Purge this off. Trying to get the last Shroud here. And hopefully I can get the full hex. Nope, got siesta on it, but at least we got a bash. And out of this bash, I should be able to get a full hex on the healer actually, because the dragon is cloned. Some nice cross you see here. And I knock the dragon as he tries to push into his team. That is one of the most powerful tools you have as an elemental shaman. Your roots and your knocks. Especially Unleash is very strong into dragon. Not just devastation, but also preservation. Because they cannot press some of their key spells like Rescue and Verdant Embrace. And yeah, this is like another weird win, I would say. The dragon just popped, I traded my wall, but looks like the priest cannot keep up with the pressure that we had in this game. Even though, as you can see on details, we're getting out DPS'd. But just the momentum, the burst you can get with Elemental and Red, I guess, can be very nice. But yeah, once again, I just typed the game plan that I have in mind. I just typed it in the chat, so my team can maybe adjust to what I want to do. So yeah, focus the Red, and I will try to hex the dragon once again. They have no curse the spell on the enemy team. So any CC I can get on the dragon is absolutely insane. So the red popping his wings. I stopped the sleep. Got a hex, got a coil, dragon rage now. I'm just turreting lava bursts, trying to get my flame shocks out. Think I grounded the eternity surge there. That is another thing you always want to do. You try to ground the eternity surge. Tremor the fear here. Nice bash on the dragon, on his dragon rage. And okay, decent win shear. Got slapped here, nice dispel. So yeah, I'm just turreting damage into the red. Trying to force CDs. We forced the Guardian here actually. I mean, not just force it, but we also proc the Guardian with our damage. So the Guardian usually is a 1 minute CD. But if you proc the Guardian by damaging, by basically killing the target and triggering the Guardian, the CD is going to be 3 minutes now. So this game is very like much in the back already. If we just, yeah, can survive. Coil here into Hex is not ideal, because the Hex is obviously shorter, but better than nothing. Try to follow that up with a Lasso. And in between, I mean, just doing the normal rotation. Maintaining Flame Shocks. Lava Burst. Trying to set up some big burst here with the Primordial Wave. Resummon my Fire Elemental, it recently came back. Maintain the Flame Shocks, some nice CC here. Maybe we can get Bubble, but maybe not, the red used wall. Okay, decent Wind Shear on the Disintegrate, is always good. Trying to get a Hex here and I get kicked. That's also very nice if you play with the Destro Warlock. Resto Druid. If you soak your kicks with Hex, I mean, if you soak the kicks by using Hex, then your Destro Warlock, your Moonkin, or your healer, whatever healing class you might be playing with, can also go for some casts. So that's always nice. We have a lot of pressure here. The priest is once again struggling with the healing. Proc Descendants at the perfect time, get Bubble. And yeah, I'm just hitting the next target. This was a nice wall here on the War Stomp with the red has Crusade up, so this is where you need to pay attention to not die. Dragon Rage and Crusade. Power Infusion is active too. I should have tried to purge this, but I'm out of mana as you can see. I just got mana back, but yeah, I couldn't Now maybe I could have purged trying to hex him here, but at least I tried to ground the Eternity Surge, but I didn't get it actually. But at least I get the hex. And yeah, like you can just look at the HP bars. We are very much ahead. But this moment is scary. Dragon Rage just ended now, but the red is running around with Spellbob. Like those are the scary cooldowns. Like if the red can make it to deep damp, and we are in deep damp now, 70%. If the red can enter that territory with Bubble and Spellbob, that can be very scary. But unfortunately, we managed to force those earlier. And yeah. Like all the CC and all the damage just slowly pulled us ahead, so we were able to win that round. And now another game. I just type my game plan again in the chat, so my team knows what to do. Just like focus the Warlock and CC the Dragon. Same logic as before. The Druid, like the Druid should be playing Curse the Spell, but yeah, how to say this? Like sometimes people are a little bit sleepy or not paying attention in Shuffle. So I'm gonna be going for Hexes here on the Dragon anyway, like throughout this game, and hoping the Druid doesn't dispel it. One thing into Resto Druid you should always do is you should spread your Flame Shock, not just on the players obviously, but also on the pets. So what you can do, you can Earth Shock, and then press Flame Shock to spread your, like I just did there, if you saw. I focus Flame Shock the Druid, and because the Druid is standing next to his trance, the Flame Shock will automatically spread to the trance. Just really accelerating my rotation like crazy. Having Flame Shocks on like 4, 5, 6 targets, it is really like a huge damage difference. But yeah, I'm just trying to be annoying, use my Wind Shear as I'm doing my damage rotation. So here I wanted to walk behind the pillar, but I saw the priest standing in front, so I kind of changed my mind. So here you can see the dragon is not, the druid is not playing Hex the spell, I believe. I had like a Hex there for a little bit on the dragon. But yeah, just trying to get any CC on him is really nice. Observer, really annoying, but the red was helping me kill it there, very nice. And yeah, just focusing the Warlock with the red on the same, like hit the same target as your teammate. And one thing you should also do as Elemental, if you have a clear kill target, you should also continue to purge the same target. Like you're never gonna get through all these buffs if you purge different targets. There's like too many random buffs on targets to like eventually like go through it. Like if I greater purge the Warlock like 10 times throughout the game, eventually like I'm gonna put the Druid behind by like getting the Mark of the Wild off and the Dragon buff, the Bronze buff, like eventually like there's gonna be like all these useless buffs, they're gonna be gone, and then I can get the Reg off and the Life Bloom finally. So here Dragon Rage, very scary. Just need to stabilize. The red has no bubble. I think he still has Spellbob, but yeah, no bubble, very scary. Just trying to Wind Shear the dragon and lasso him and knock him. The red and the priest doing a good job so far, surviving. It's like very damp already, 60%. That's hard to hear. So this is a full hex here on the Dragon Rage. This is really huge, I believe. Knock him on his cast, he's rooted and he's stunned. This is such a good sequence of events here. Like the dragon... Is he gonna die? Yeah, he actually died. I mean, this was a really nice sequence of events here in the end. The dragon was hexed, no trinket. Then I knocked him on his hover into multiple stuns and he just died. And the druid, because it's so damp, the druid also doesn't have mana. So yeah, I would say that was a good game by the red and by the holy priest. Can be very difficult for a red to not waste his cooldowns like Bubble and Magic Bob and then stay alive for so long. But here once again, just typing the basic strat, focus the red, or hit the closest target, and we just see the other DPS that we're not hitting. So, but red should be the main target here, as he's the melee pushing in, also kinda squishy. Just trying to get my flame shocks out. And my ancestral guidance, I used it here together with the PI and my first primordial wave, just to have a really like nice off feeling in the opener. Used my wall here on the end of the crusade. One thing to note, like crusade from Red Pala, it's I mean it's scary start to finish, but it is especially scary when you reach the 10 stacks. That's when the full damage potential is ready. So sometimes you wanna wall a few seconds into the crusade when he reached 10 stacks and not instantly upon activation. Okay, this you see my healer, force my burrow. Game is going okay. I see the Guardian, so I reapply my Earth Shield just to make sure I benefit from that healing bonus. Should be dropping a healing stream soon too, but just trying to run around the pillar, stay line of sight of the Destrolog. They have no Mortal Strike in this comp, so if they have to split damage, it's much more manageable for the Holy Priest to out heal. And as you can see on the mana, the Druid is already below half, and we are like half now, I guess. It's quite equal, but slightly ahead. So here I'm just running away. I knock the red away, spamming some healing surges, trying to help the Holy Priest. Because if Holy Priest runs out of healing, it can be very difficult for them to recover. So sometimes in a situation like this, I just go for some off heals. Especially during Guardian, if it's up, it can be a nice window to do it. Okay, we forced a spell bob, very nice. And yeah, I use my wall because it's Crusade with 10 stacks. Use my ancestral guidance on PI with Primordial Wave. Do some huge off healing. And yeah, like just basic damage rotation, maintain your flame shocks as much as you can. Press your lava burst, killing the observer here. Actually, I didn't kill the observer, but then I just decided to outrun it. Like I didn't one-shot the observer, so I just, okay, whatever, I just leave it there and I just run out of range. And I think we should be able to win here soon, because the Druid is 0 mana. We survived long enough and we kited well. And Holy Priest just have better mana. So this is like the last scary push. If we can survive now, we can win. Nice life swap. The bubble is finally over. I got a full hex on the Warlock. And yeah, the red just dies. The Druid has no mana once again. And now my cat is screaming. Hello cat, how are you? And yeah, another round, 5-0 so far, very nice. I'm obviously trying here a little hard, and I told them the strategy once again. It's very simple, just the red should be the focus target, and we try to see the dragon, deny him on his damage as much as possible. Once again, I start with the Earth Grab, force the freedom, purge the freedom, and then I knock the red away. And I mean, as you can see, they're trying to push in, but they're actually like having a really hard time to even connect from the beginning. Like this is very important that you try to deny them as they push in as elemental. And yeah, it's a Dragon Rage, it's wings, a lot of cooldowns. So far, so good. They didn't force a lot of cooldowns from us. They forced my wall, but that is fine. Hex the dragon here, no trinket. Feel like the druid did a Or did he dispel that hex? Maybe he dispelled that hex. But yeah, in general, generally speaking, he should, like, he needs to dispel every hex. This is nice here. The druid is caught open field. Tanked some CC. And you can just look at my my buffs and debuffs above the nameplate. You can kind of see the druid is a little bit behind on tempo. Or he was. Like, now he recovered, but it's because of his incan. Okay, random hex here. Interrupt the cast. Windshare the cast. This was a sad moment. Like, getting cloned on your primordial wave is always really unfortunate. But I got really lucky here. If the clone was 1 second earlier, I would have been immune to the primordial wave buff. But now I still got it. Since I'm playing Unleash, I'm also always trying to maintain my Earth Shield at all times. Because if you want to Unleash and then your Earth Shield falls off, it's always like very not nice. But yeah, Greater Purge, the Life Bloom and the Hots. Have some nice pressure here. New Fire Elemental. Can drop my Meteor here maybe on the red in a moment with some burst. Maybe force a CD, there it is. Mana-wise, looking okay. Nice wall here on the Dragon Rage and the Crusade. Angel, we should be able to out-heal this with all these cooldowns. The Warlock is still taking the biggest damage though, actually. Almost died here, actually. Because the Dragon was free casting with Dragon Rage. I should maybe try to go for another Hex. Okay, there's the Hex, nice. Trinketed into full fear for him. Okay, now I just root them. And I'm trying to run away. Unleash the Dragon away, so he cannot push on the... whatever target, I guess, he wants to cast on. Into a lasso. Yeah, I mean, the Dragon cannot play. Like, he got knocked and stunned and lassoed and stunned again. Now he's rooted again. We still have Trinket Swap even, so this game is very much stable. We just need to survive this last push here, basically. Okay, I got a Hexy on the Druid, actually. Very nice. The Dragon dispelled it though with the red to dispel. But yeah, the red is just dead, I believe, right? Yeah, okay. So yeah, this was a very nice lobby for me, obviously. I went 6-0. And this was the last lobby that I needed to get the #1 spot for Elemental. At least for now. It will probably go up a little bit more as the season end is closing in approximately 2 weeks. But yeah, I hope this commentary was educational or at least entertaining a little bit. And if you like this kind of video, then please let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, if you like this kind of video, then maybe I will make more of these commentaries in the future. Thank you all for watching and see you next time.